In this video, I'm talking all about glucose disposal agents, what they are, how they work, and how they can help you achieve optimal cognitive performance. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Holistic Nootropics YouTube channel, where we discuss using nootropics, nutrition, and biohacking to help you hack the power of your brain. My name's Eric. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and in this episode, I'm talking all about the power of glucose disposal agents and how they can essentially boost cognitive performance. Now, if you're new here to the channel, be sure to subscribe, leave a big thumbs up, and if you feel the need to express your thoughts, opinions, comments, feel free to leave that down in the comments below. Also, we talk a lot about supplements and nootropics on this channel. If you want to find the best quality nootropics, head on over to holisticnootropics.com, where I have a free guide to help steer you in the right direction to help you find the best quality nootropics and supplements. Glucose disposal agents are actually very interesting to me because I'm a big proponent of the power of stabilizing blood sugar and blood glucose for optimal cognitive performance. A lot of times in the nootropics community, this one crucial aspect is often overlooked over trying to find what's the hottest nootropic, what's the hottest mushroom, what's the hottest amino acid. But really, balancing and stabilizing your blood sugar is one of the most powerful things you can do to optimize your cognition. That's because your brain runs off of glucose. Your brain cells, the neurons in your brain, use glucose for energy. Your mitochondria uses glucose to produce ATP, and this gives you energy all throughout your body and especially in your brain. The fact of the matter, though, is that most people in today's modern Western society are metabolically inflexible, which means your body doesn't understand how to use glucose properly. And this is a huge problem because if your body does not utilize glucose properly, it leads to obviously mitochondrial dysfunction, which leads to physical disorders, and especially in your brain, it leads to neurodegenerative disorders, and it's also been seen to lead to things like depression, anxiety, and memory loss. So the power of glucose disposal agents comes in where they essentially are aids that help your body utilize glucose properly. So this isn't just a biohacking matter. This is really an overall health and wellness matter. Because again, people who are indulging in the standard American diet, people whose diets contain a lot of refined sugar, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, bad fats, bad carbohydrates, low protein, low water. People who are essentially utilizing bad nutrition throughout the course of their day could really benefit from something like a glucose disposal agent. Now, if you go to Google and you type in glucose disposal agent, what you're probably gonna find is a lot of fitness blogs, you're gonna find a lot of bodybuilding forums. That's because these things are predominantly used in those communities. One of the most famous glucose disposal agents is actually a pharmaceutical, which is metformin, because this drug has the ability to help your body in really an unprecedented manner shuttle glucose from your blood to your cells. Now, I know a lot of people are big fans of metformin, especially in the biohacking community, and I have no problem with that. At the same time, I prefer to use natural methods. The last thing I want to do is go see a doctor to get a prescription for a thing that does something that I can get an equivalent or even better results from a natural method. Now with this topic, I've actually chopped it up into two videos because I have one video where I'm talking all about specific natural glucose disposal agent supplements that are really meant to help you optimize your metabolism and optimize your body's ability to use glucose. But in this video, I want to talk mostly about what these glucose disposal agents do, and even some natural methods and some biohacking tips that you can implement to help your body better utilize glucose. So the biochemistry of glucose disposal agents is really the act of making your cells better utilize glucose, getting glucose from your blood into the cells where they can be used by the mitochondria to make energy. The main factor in this transaction is the GLUT family of transporters, specifically the GLUT4 protein, which is a protein within the cell that's activated when insulin rises. Of course, insulin rises when you eat carbohydrates, when you have glucose go into your body. Naturally, this transporter is activated when insulin essentially comes to the door, knocks on the door of the cell, the transporter opens the door, brings the glucose in. So what you have is this natural action by insulin, and a lot of people have this problem of insulin resistance, which is tied directly to metabolic flexibility or metabolic inflexibility, or the ability of your body to properly utilize glucose. So there are these specific supplements and ways to hack the ability of your cell to properly utilize glucose and activate these transporters, which can essentially work as an insulin mimetic, lower your blood sugar, increase your insulin sensitivity, and increase your overall metabolic flexibility. Now, another interesting point in this whole GLUT transporter protein story is the influence that thyroid hormone, specifically T3, has on the power of these proteins to work properly. Now, this just shows how the body is so interconnected in all these different ways, and simply just trying to use one nutrient to affect one process usually is a recipe for failure. So really, optimizing this entire glucose transport action is dependent on optimizing your thyroid. So if you don't have an optimal thyroid, you're gonna have a very hard time really becoming metabolically flexible. And one of the most effective ways to optimize your thyroid health is to optimize your gut health. Now, this is an entirely different topic for an entirely different video, but the TLDR is that one of the most effective ways to optimize your thyroid is to optimize your gut health, because a lot of people have leaky gut. Leaky gut turns into thyroid problems and lack of active T3. So one kind of roundabout way to help the action of your GLUT4 transporter is to optimize your gut health, and one of the best ways to do that is with a strong spore-based probiotic. My personal choice for that is Megaspore Biotic. Now, you can learn more about Megaspore Biotic by checking out my full review of Megaspore Biotic on holisticnootropics.com. That link is in the description below. And another thing about gut health, metabolism is directly tied to the health of your gut. This just is another wrinkle in the whole story of the microbiome's effect on your whole body's inflammation status, on your whole body's metabolism status. So again, if you want your metabolism to work better, if you want to lose more weight, if you want your mind to be sharper, if you want your brain to better utilize glucose, which we all do, because if you can better utilize glucose, you're gonna be sharper, you're gonna have less attention deficit disorder, you're gonna have less anxiety, less depression, you're gonna be just naturally a more cognitively optimized machine. You have to focus on your gut health. And this is another reason why diet, lifestyle, and especially the utilization of a strong probiotic is so important. We've seen studies that connect non-alcoholic fatty liver disease to gut health. We've seen studies that tie type 2 diabetes to gut health. And we've even seen studies that connect autoimmune disorders like type 1 diabetes to gut health. So really working to optimize your gut as a way to optimize your metabolism has to be part of your overall protocol. And keep this in mind, metabolism is very bio-individual. Having an optimal metabolism is more than just about what you eat. It's about your overall lifestyle. It's about your stress level, because your stress response, your HPA axis, the amount of cortisol and adrenaline that you output, has a direct connection to your blood sugar status, to your body's ability to utilize blood sugar, because the entire biological purpose of your HPA axis, your body's internal stress superhighway, is to make glucose available in your body. So you could suck down as many glucose disposal agents as you want. You could pound away at the metformin. You could do all that. But if you don't got your stress under control, you're gonna have a hard time optimizing your metabolism. So when it comes to optimizing your stress response, I mean, you have to find a way to really boost your body's ability to deal with stress. So yoga, meditation, anything to raise your HRV, exercise, relationships, okay? These are, kind of natural free things you can do. One thing I would highly recommend doing is using a biohacking method that I love to raise HRV is to utilize the Apollo Neuroscience wearable. This little wearable delivers low frequency vibrations all throughout your body and has actually been scientifically proven to raise your HRV. I've seen it in my own self, and if you are interested in learning more about the Apollo Neuroscience, I will link to that in the description below. Now, probably the most important aspect of this whole natural metabolic optimization formula is sleep. Sleep is directly tied to your body's ability to properly utilize glucose and to properly utilize and sensitize your cells to insulin. So if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not prioritizing sleep, again, you're gonna have a hard time really allowing your body to properly utilize glucose. So you need to focus on sleep, right? You gotta figure out, what's the best way to get more sleep? What's the best way to get better quality sleep? Implement some kind of wind down routine. Everybody should have some sort of sleep hygiene protocol, something you do before you go to sleep, something you do throughout the day to really enhance your sleep. Because if you're not sleeping, your body's never gonna really sensitize to insulin. So now that I've gone through all of these different aspects to glucose disposal, insulin mimetics, and really just overall metabolism optimization and why that's so important for the brain, let's check out the next video where I talk all about the specific natural glucose disposal agents that I think are great to use to really boost your body's natural metabolism. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, share it with all your friends, leave a comment down below, and check out holisticnootropics.com. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll catch you on the next video.